All right, just proud of our guys coming on the road. I thought played a very disciplined football game. Big key to the game we talked about all week was starting fast and jumped out and played, again, complimentary football, both sides. I thought of our ball, fed off the momentum of the offense to the defense and back and forth. And that's just something that, I thought we did well in Morgantown. We did today. And then we started strong to begin the second half, and that was a big key. We did not do that 2 years ago. It was brought up several times in the locker room, and we obviously remembered that. But proud of our guys. I thought we competed well on both sides of the ball. Disappointing for our defense at the end when we basically cleared the bench that we couldn't hold them out of the end zone. It's hard to shut teams out in college football, and we really wanted to shut out there at the end when it looked like we could get one, but wasn't going to do that. And keep the starters out there. It's not worth it. Those other guys deserve to play. We just didn't play very well the last two series there on defense.
From the beginning of the game, obviously, one of y'all's concerns this week was their speed, particularly their speedy quarterback.
Yeah.
What there's in being,
Yeah.
and also a running back who is a blue chip recruit. And they feel that the run defense this year.
I really thought we did a pretty good job of containing both those guys. That was a big concern and a worry about worry of ours, Don. Both those backs and Bean's speed, but I think for the most part we contained it fairly well.
Let's see. Where was Tony today?
Just not here. Undisclosed injury.
And the severity of it is what?
Day to day.
Tell us what line party or
Day to day.
so you won't tell me what line party.
Lower leg, Don. Yeah.
And Dawson was here, but
Yeah, just been injured all week. Practiced sparingly, was a game time decision just to hold. Would have been ready for emergency.
I want to see.
We're just dealing with some day-to-day injuries with these guys.
So you want to tell me what line
We're all day-to-day. We're all day-to-day. Got a few out for the year, but we got a bunch. Hopefully we'll have some back this week. But those guys are suited out. They were ready for emergency only, but we were able to hold them.
But you did get back Reggie today.
Yes, good to have Reggie back. He brings a physical presence in the secondary. I thought he played well. Thought he showed up a couple times. It's a great job of communicating and getting guys lined up. But he's a physical presence. Obviously, we missed last week, and it's good to get him back. And I think he held up pretty good.
Donovan, you have kind of gradually played him a little bit the last few weeks, and today kind of took whatever off and kind of let him go a little more, throw some passes, and play up, get a little more extended time. How do you think he's working?
I thought he looked good, Don. I mean, he's very calm. He's smart. The package has been expanded really for him the last couple of weeks. Like I said, I think previously earlier this week, we just didn't get to it a little bit last game, but proved again that I think he can handle it. He does a nice job running the ball. It's a different change up. I mean, you got 6'5", 230 pounds, and he throws it well. So we certainly can do more things with him. It was good to get him a longer drive there at the end too.
Let's see, what pick? You had more drop interceptions than you had interceptions. What you think of just the way
It's good. Always good to get hands on the ball. I look at them as PBUs, Don. So it was a good job of us being around the ball.
One of your favorite subjects, the defensive front, was today. Today you played a lot of 3 down with 4 linebackers, and even played some 2 down with 4 linebackers. But seemed like more 4 linebackers than 5 DBs, kind of over into that game plan.
Becomes a 4-down front. 3 down linemen, 4 backers, with the 4th backer being on the line of scrimmage. It's a 4-down front. That's how football guys talk about it. It's a 4-down front, playing with 3 down personnel. We've played with 2 D linemen quite a bit when we get into a nickel package, and that's in 3rd and long, and certainly we continue to do that. I thought it was a great job by Keith Patterson and our defense, again, navigating through injuries. I mean, the last 3 weeks we've been out 8 guys in Morgantown, 8 guys last week against TCU, and I think 11 today of either, and the vast majority of those, about 2/3 to 3/4 of those guys are starters, and the rest are key backups. And so it's a really nice job being down a couple extra DBs by Keith. I think playing 4 backers and fitting everything, and also having to fit QB run, being accountable for the QB run game in all those fronts. And so nice job by him using our personnel. I thought Jacob Morgenstern played well. He was the 4th backer that played up on the line, and continue to evolve. That's the flexibility that our package gives us. Who's healthy, who's available, and again, I thought it was a really nice job by Keith and the defensive staff this week.
But you played 4 linebackers more than you normally play, though. Accurate to say, fair to say?
Yeah, we took a DB out.
Right.
Yeah, you played 3 D linemen, 4 linebackers, 4 DBs.
How do you feel about, you're one win closer to, you're 1 win away from bowl eligibility now. You got 5 shots at it. You probably don't want to break down opponent by opponent individually, but next week at home is probably as good a chance as you're going to have.
No, that's for you media guys to talk about. Y'all can debate all that. We're just going to go play the schedule as it lies. I mean, we're going to go play Kansas State, see if we can do something that's been an Achilles heel a little bit the last couple of weeks. We need to try to, how do we stack success? How do we go win on the road and then come back? And we didn't do it. We missed that opportunity last week against TCU. We got to do everything we can to go refill the tank and prepare to not miss the opportunity this week that we have coming up against Kansas State. And how do we stack success and just go win this week? And then we'll count them up. Obviously, we know that it's going to be number 6. We don't need to talk about bowl eligibility. It's just trying to get to number 6 and see how we can stack success from 1 week to the next. It'll be a big thing for us and our players.
What would that mean if you can get there for the first time?
I mean, we're at 5 wins in the middle of October. That's the best in 3 years. We know where we're at, but these guys got bigger things in mind, and all we're going to try to do is, again, take it week by week, and it's Kansas State next week, and how do we get to number 6 next week?
Those jet sweeps aren't new, obviously, but you guys had a lot of success with them today. Did you expect that going into the week? Did you think this looks like something that will work, or is that just how it materialized here in the game?
Oh, they were schemed up and put in, and maybe even a couple extra. But I get, that credit really to those jet sweeps is out there on the perimeter. Xavier White had some really nice blocks. Our wideouts and our tight ends had some really nice blocks on the perimeter, and we got some guys that have speed. Miles and KG and Eric. I think all those guys ran the jet sweep, and they did a nice job out there.
Well, late in the game, you had not had a penalty before you had the perceived false start on the field goal. With that said, obviously the game was not on the line there. It was nice just to have Johnson kick it for you.
Yeah, we're just padding the field goal. See if we can get it a little bit longer.
So you asked who wants to jump?
It's hard to yell out there, tell a guy to jump. No, I think what it does, Don, and I just said this to Chris, on the radio, I think it speaks to the level of discipline in our team. That was a big point of contention 3 years ago, is the penalties. And you go on the road, this is back-to-back Big 12 games, and I'm proud of our players. 2 penalties in Morgantown and 1 today on the road in Big 12 play. I'm proud of our guys. I think it speaks to their mental toughness. I think it speaks to their accountability and their discipline. And I think it really, more than anything, and this is not really, I don't know how cool this is to fans or media or anything, but it is to me because I think it starts to reflect how kids live their life and how they do things off the field, the way they're going to class, the way they're lifting, and they continue to be consistent in their life and all those things. I think they're consistent on the field, and I'm proud of them. That's something that's a big point. I don't think that ever wins the game for you, but it sure as heck, helps you not lose it.
Y'all just kind of sum up today. Obviously, you're expected to win or favored to win, but at the same time, this game seemed like it was never really in doubt. How did you feel just about y'all's approach and taking care of business, so to speak?
I think it was a good job by all 3 phases. Something that we talked about for the last couple of weeks, all 3 phases coming together and all executing. And like you said it wasn't, every game in the Big 12 is going to be competition no matter whoever's favored or anything. And I think it was important for us to come out here and execute today, and we did that on both sides of the ball.
You scored, with the exception of the interception, you scored on the first 8 possessions. Did you feel just about your consistency of your offense from one series to the next?
I thought every position group played great today. We count on each other. Our O-line got it started with the run game and protecting me back there, and our receivers went out and made plays. And I think it comes down to execution, and we were able to do that today, spread the ball around, and it was a big day for us on the ground.
Kind of like I was asking Coach earlier on the jet sweeps, not new for you guys, but at the same time, you had a lot of success with it today. Did you know all week, Joe, and I think this is going to be a key component of the game plan, or did you feel like it just happened to work?
No, it was definitely in the game plan. When you look at how their defense is structured, how their DNs play, the jet sweeps, they're guys that kind of come down, they kind of stop the quarterback. So we got our playmakers out in space, got them around the edge, and once you see when they have the ball in their hands, what they do, and they picked up a ton of yards. So it was really good for us, a good play for us.
Adrian, defensive performance overall, what you kind of characterize how y'all think you do?
I feel like we left some things out on the table today. We've emphasized pitching a shutout this game. We emphasized on last Sunday we wanted to sort of line of scrimmage, and our D-line was a huge impact this game. Our linebackers filled gaps real well, and our secondary was around the ball all game. So I feel like it turned out pretty good for us.
How many interceptions do you feel like you should have had?
I should have had 3, but I know I left 2 on the table. But defense played good, and they had my back, and I had their back, so it ended up turning out pretty good.
Because you had the one that was tipped that was right there.
I know.
You had the one.
Ah.
And I was trying to think, then the one that you were tipping off the edge, and you just feel like you should have picked that one as well.
I feel like I should have had 3 interceptions today.
Yeah.
I left some money on the table, so tomorrow I'm gonna get in the lab, go get on the jug machine, so next week that doesn't happen. If the ball hits my hand, I should catch it.
As a defensive player, when were y'all start? Obviously, you want to keep holding other teams out scoring. That's the whole point. But when were y'all starting to think, okay, we got a shutout today?
We came into this game. We game planned all week. We knew we were going to come in. We knew what we're capable of. So I feel like all 11 on defense knew that. They couldn't score the ball on us, so we were just going to keep imposing our will on them. They're a good team. They got good players, but we just brought a little more energy today.
What was the defense's mentality after last Saturday? You have had a couple of big games again.
Mm-hmm.
You have had 2 big games against you here in the first 3. And how can today help that?
Last week we didn't fill gaps really well. We didn't tackle well. So, we've had 2 games like that eventually. But, we get back in the lab on Sunday like it never happened. You just got to let it go by and just get better and just improve on the things that you messed up on the previous week. So I feel like we did that this week, and next week we're going to do the same thing.
Going back to the interceptions for a moment on the calls that y'all got your hands on, did you feel like the quarterback was easy to read or receivers routes for you?
I feel like as a secondary all year, actually, I just feel like we've been in the right spot at the right time. We trust our technique, we trust our coaches, the coverage he calls, so we just play our zone and we just key the quarterback, and he just happened to throw some loose balls and we just happened to go get them.
What does being 5 wins at this stage of the season mean for you guys either one?
I feel like it's huge for us. We've had some slumps the past few years. This really isn't expected of us. So and we're the only ones. We're the only ones in our little building. We know that we can do it. So we just push ourselves. We believe in ourselves. So I feel like this. I feel like we expect this. We don't just. This isn't a shock to us. We expect this. We expect this every single weekend. You know what I'm saying?
You're back home next week after a win on the road. You don't necessarily a do-over in this game.
Mm-hmm.
This week, I guess this coming week, will be kind of like last week, where you're coming off a win on the road, you got a bit of a quality opponent at home. Now, how do you feel about what's ahead of you now?
But you got to learn how to stack success. You can't get too complacent on a road win or even a home win. Every week, like Henry said, every week in the Big 12 is going to be competitive. You never know what the outcome is going to be. So we just got to, as a Texas Tech team, we just got to stack success.
Henry, offensively, you had the deep shot that was intercepted. Didn't seem like y'all did a whole lot of deep shots. Certainly it's not the go route. Didn't really see the go route thing today that much. Did y'all feel like maybe things were going play that. Don't-
Yeah.
Don't go away from what.
No, I think when we're controlling the line of scrimmage, like we're running the ball, there's no need for going over the top. You know, like you did say, I threw the interception on the deep concept when we were moving the ball, and I think after that we just kind of stuck to what they were giving us underneath routes, RPOs and stuff like that. And like I said, running the ball is really effective, so there's really no point in taking those shots. We didn't need to.